Good morning, gentlemans, and oh crap, did I forget to delete my last video? I have 6 minutes of recording time. We will make this quick. Anyway, I want to revisit a topic that I've talked about before and kind of, revise what I've said about that in light of new experience and information and thinking about it and whatnot. But a question that is asked pretty frequently, at least used to be. I haven't heard it as much lately, but it's a common question. Does it ever get easier, staying off of porn? Once you've been off of it for a while, does it get easier? Is there ever a point where you can kind of just relax? And I would say, no, there's not a point at which you can just relax and take it easy and let your guard down because, when you say it out loud, we all know where that leads. But I would say that over time, what I know now, having been off of pornography for a long time, and then back into it, and then back off of it again, I would say it does get easier the longer that you're off of it, for sure. And the reason behind that is going to be, more brain science stuff having to do with the way that habits work and things like that, and the way that, certain connections are, certain connections that represent certain habits and things like that are weakened the longer you go without them, and the ones that you do more frequently are strengthened the more you do them. Same goes for pornography. The more you watch it, the stronger those connections become that reinforce that habit. The longer you go without doing it, then the weaker those connections become that reinforce that habit. Does that make sense? I hope so. There are other people and books and things that explain it a lot better than I do, but that's the gist of it, And so for sure, the longer you're off of it, the weaker those connections in your mind become, then it does get somewhat easier to stay off of it. But like I said, that doesn't mean that you let your guard down, but it does mean that, you're in the beginning stages of this. For sure, there is, something to look forward to in terms of it not being as difficult as it was before. And that is something that, previously I had said wasn't the case. I had said that it never does get easier. You get stronger. In other words, you become more able to resist those temptations, but the temptations themselves never become weaker. And that was based on the idea that, your sex drive is never going to go away. Pornography, and of course, porn use is based on or feeds off of your sex drive. And if anything, the experience of a lot of people is that their sex drive becomes stronger when they're on Nofap or when they quit porn. And so, the logic that I had was, okay, well, it's not going to get easier because your sex drive isn't going to go away. And in fact, it may even get a little bit harder in terms of the absolute severity of the temptations, but you're going to get stronger. So it's going to kind of feel like it gets easier. And like I said, that's not strictly the case because there's more at play here than just your sex drive. The way that habits work in your brain, the way that all that is reinforced or weakened over time of partaking in or not partaking in a habit. All of that comes into play in a way that does make it easier with time, and that lines up with my experience. There's more at play here than just you getting stronger. Okay, so again, just a little just something to keep in mind there. Something that I do want to correct because I had said, the opposite in the past, and I want to kind of set the record straight on that, and and just put out the most recent information as I understand it. But that is it for now. I hope y'all are doing well on this year Nofap November, and that is it. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of recording time. I actually got that out a lot faster than I thought I would. That's been something that I've been wanting to get better at, is making the point and, expanding on it as much as I need to, but not going on and on and on, because that's been an issue for me. And if you're just here for the talk about porn, then we're good. We're done with that. I'm just talking about other stuff right now. That's been one of the things that I like about Ryan Holiday's books that I've been reading lately, is that he's not simplistic, but he is concise. In other words, he makes the point, he develops it as much as he needs to, and then immediately moves on to the next point. You know, the chapters in his books are like 5, 6, 7 pages each. And it's not because they're oversimplified or anything, or it's not because they're summarized. It's because he doesn't fluff it up. He's not trying to create space. He's not trying to, you know, make the book a certain length or anything like that, is the impression I get anyway. And that's, you know, really good. It makes for really good, dense, nutrient-rich content, you know? But anyway, that is, that's just a little side thought there, something I've been thinking about lately. But yeah, like I said, hope you all are doing well for this Nofap November. Hit up the Discord group if you haven't already, and if you're in need of accountability and stuff like that. And it's just great people on there. We've got one guy, Protein Stack, is or has been for a while doing daily Bible devotionals and stuff on there. Kind of posting some scripture and then posting a little, almost like a tiny little mini essay based on it. But anyway, great stuff. Join the group, check that out if you're interested. And that's it. I'm now out of time. God bless you guys. Take it easy, but not too easy. I'll talk to you later.